My sign says, matter is the minimum. Black lives are worthy. Black lives are beloved. Black lives are needed. And black lives are made in the image of God.
We are listening.
Black Lives Matter. We see you.
This is your moment.
I'm Laura Hunter. We are 400 years late. It's time to unlearn hate.
I'm Medine Keener. Stop murdering black men, women, and kids.
My name is Skip Elliott, and my sign says red, yellow, black, white. They are precious in his sight.
It says Black Lives Matter, and on the side it says we all bleed red, because that's true. I mean, no matter what skin color you have, we're all going to be the same on the inside, but still be unique, so that's what I think that means.
Yeah, it was rough.
How was it rough?
Because if I was walking on the sidewalk and you came was coming this way, I had to step aside, let you go by, you know.
I'm Kevin, and racism is a pandemic.
We're going to continue down, so we'll take a left right there where Mount Freedom is at, Mount Freedom Baptist. Take a left right there at Subway, so Subway will be on our right, and then we'll continue down to the green. Is that? And it's about a half mile, so be ready. Get your stretching on if you're. I know I'll have to stretch, but it is a half mile, so at least prepare for that, okay?
Because I don't want my child to have to march. I don't want my child to have to defend her life. I don't want my child to have to wake up and to say, why did you make me black, God? Why? Why do my people have to suffer? What did we ever do? Because those are the questions that I have every single morning now. My grandfather, he helped do sit-ins, and he would go to a restaurant and he would just sit there while the waiters spat in his face. Because he wanted them to know that he mattered. And he just sat and he let them spit in his face, and I'm telling you, if somebody spat in my face, I don't know how I would react.
I still remember as a kid, I would just walk into a store and all eyes are on me until I leave. I still remember in middle school, my own mom, before I opened the door to go to the local bus, she would say, hey, take your hood off your head. Middle school. I still remember in high school, just walking down, just going to my next class and hearing people whisper things that would break down the strongest man.
But I've been tasked as the pastor of Cedar Top Baptist Church, the proud pastor of Cedar Top Baptist Church. I've been tasked with presenting 3 or 4, if you will, action items. Look, it's fantastic for us to come together, and I'm trying not to preach. But look, it's something for us to come together. We've given up our Saturdays. Some of us, we run on Saturday mornings, and others we have special breakfasts, and we've made this sacrifice, if you will. But if that's all we do, then all we've done this morning is gotten our exercise in. Come on now. There's got to be more. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That was the time frame that an officer in Minneapolis, Minnesota, had his knee on the neck of Mr. George Floyd Jr. while other officers watched. Mr. Floyd would pass away as millions watched the clip. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. The world watched a lynching. And unfortunately, there would be almost a spiritual knitting of sorts for blacks of 2020 with blacks from 1965 and 1945 and blacks from 1845. There would be an initiation of sorts into a club where blacks would again have to stomach the killing of a brother, of a father, of a black man at the hands of an angry white mob. All over the world, without speaking to 400 years of legalized slavery, Jim Crow legislation, and unfair court systems. Too many times in the last few years, terms like Black Lives Matters and all lives cannot matter until Black Lives Matter were easily discounted by those who made the choice to not even consider the true meaning behind the slogans. Too many times in the last few years, large sectors of society have chosen not to make an attempt to even understand the message behind the protests of NFL athletes like Colin Kaepernick. It has been easier to simply say that the support of Colin Kaepernick meant that you have no respect for the American flag or are not a true American. That has been too easy. It has been easy for us to escape the truth of police brutality by yelling phrases like, what about black on black crime, or shouldn't all lives matter? Let me help you out. None of these catchphrases or approaches should be an avenue for us to escape the truth. Woo! The system has too long allowed for nepotism and the good old boy system to be the hiring practice. What do? We vote. We vote in local elections. We vote in the primaries. We show up at the polls. We show up to council meetings. We take seriously those that are placed in the positions to make decisions on behalf of the people. We demand that school and council boards reflect the diversity that exists in our communities. No longer can we be okay with 70-year-old white men, the only ones making decisions for all the people on a national stage.
Yes.
No longer can you and I be parties to injustice. No longer can you and I hear derogatory and bigot-filled remarks about blacks and not speak up. Yes. Your silence is speaking volumes. Woo! Pastors, your sermons that allow the moderate races safe haven in your pews speak volumes. Yes. Where do we go from here? We go where this country has never gone before. We go where this city has never gone before.
I just want us to all sing together, "We Shall Overcome." This is the same song that my grandfather sang as he marched. This is the same song that my parents sang when they were sending the People Back to Africa movement. This is the same song that I sing today because I want us to know that we will overcome someday. We will not have to see this again. We will be able to keep moving into our lives and to be walking together in unity and solidarity and to know that we will overcome someday.
We shall